Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut!
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Is there anything like Friday Night Football? I don't know that there is. The band is here. They're loud and in charge tonight without question. Legacy's got a good band, no doubt about that. Got a good football team this year as well. The 4-1 Sabres are at home against the 0-5 Magi. Happy Friday night. Welcome in to the Sanford Sports Complex here in Bismarck, North Dakota for our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of the Magi and Sabres in WDA football. I'm Nick Colbert, joined by the former Minot High great, the standout on the gridiron, good friend of mine, Mr. Bryce Gutnick. Bryce, I don't know if you've ever heard of this gentleman. His name is Neil Diamond. And Neil Diamond's got a quote that says, "The time is now and the place is here." I don't think that could be any more true for the Legacy Sabres here in this 2025 campaign. One of the top teams inside of the state of North Dakota. And they're pretty darn good at 4-1. What do you expect out of Yusuf Jama and company here tonight?
The running game has been on full display for this Legacy football team all year. They are battle-tested, been in a lot of close ball games already, have come out on the other end on most of them. I know they got beat by a good West Fargo Horse team that came in, but a battle-tested team, a very physical football team. They're well-balanced as well, a team that can throw the football as well when they have to.
For Minot High tonight, an 0-5 team. I know that Holly Holy is your favorite song from Neil Diamond, of course, as it is mine. He's got some classics across the board. The time is here, the place is now, vice versa, however you make those words go down to the lyric. For Minot High, this has been a year that they're not familiar with. This has been a path for the Magi and their fans that they haven't been familiar with. This is a team and a program that's 2 years removed from taking down Shanley at the state title game at the Fargo Dome to win a state championship. They're 0-5. That hasn't happened in quite a long time, my friend.
It's been a number of years. I believe it was 1997. We talked about it, though. 1997, if you remember right, Nick, that team went on a little run and made it all the way to the state semifinals when they started out 0-5 that year. So a little note for you, a little information, but you said it. 2 years removed from a state championship. Last year making it to the state semifinals. A team that's obviously the struggles have been a lot on the defensive side and stopping the run. But a big bright spot for this team has been the quarterback play. He's just a sophomore. We get to see him tonight. The continued development of Ryder Sutton.
Well, you look at the Magi and what they've done on the year, a team that has scored 96 total points. They've surrendered 189. That plus-minus margin isn't very good for the Magi. 171 versus 107 for the Legacy Sabres. I think the beauty of WDA football at any sport, any contest inside of the WDA or the state of North Dakota, it's not a guarantee tonight that Legacy comes in on their home field on Pink Night and dominates Minot High. However, they are the heavy favorite coming in. We're not going to sugarcoat that. There's no way around that. They're ranked number 4 in the state of North Dakota for a reason. Is there one thing as an X factor tonight for either team that could really turn the tide here of this ball game and maybe make it go the way it's not supposed to here on a Friday night?
I think it's going to be both defensive units. Who does a better job at stopping the run, limiting that run game on both sides? That's going to be huge. Both teams have kind of been known this season to surrender some yards in the rushing game. So look for the big boys up front on both defensive lines to be big here tonight.
Is it Holly Holy your favorite Neil Diamond song?
Absolutely, my friend.
Yeah, well, we'll jam on that on the way home tonight, I guarantee you. Should be a good one tonight here at the Sanford Sports Complex. More of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show right around the corner. We'll take a look at the standings inside the state. Plenty to talk about. We've got the rushing, passing, and receiving leaders to look at, the most recent media poll, and much more coming your way on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. It's the Magi and the Sabres tonight from the capital city.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
Not very often you see the maroon and gold at 0-5. Not a big surprise that Legacy's at 4-1. Tonight they collide in WDA football here on the PSP Network. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I said it last night during Minot High Mandan volleyball that I've been going to Mr. Lundeen, the Lundeen family, for car work since I've been able to drive. They've been in the business for a long, long time. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they're different than the others because it's locally owned. They care. That Lundeen family treats you right. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Again, I'm Nick Holberg, joined tonight by the former standout for Minot High School, Bryce Skutnik. We get geared and ready for the showdown here tonight, partner, and it's another 5-pack on the PSP Network. Bismarck's at Mandan tonight. Minot High here at Legacy. Dickinson is at Jamestown. Brock Widener and Owen Patterson have the call of that one. Todd Domries is on the air tonight. Did you see the pickup from PSP Network? The UND Hall of Famer on the air, the former head coach of the Fighting Sioux joining the team, Roger Thomas. TD and Roger will have a good call tonight to that one. Devils Lake and St. Mary's with Dallas Hansen and Josh Cattell. And then South Prairie Max, Bishop Ryan, Jonas Nelson, and Corey McIver. Any of those games on Bones Barbecue Sauce Friday Night Football that are real intriguing to you tonight?
Yeah, I'm really interested in the double-A slate we have with Dickinson and Jamestown. I think both double-A games and that Devils Lake St. Mary's game going to be very competitive tonight, trying to solidify those spots. I know we got Minot North up top and then Kindred. It seems like there's a little separation and a little window, you know, the teams behind them. So I'm very interested to see those matchups tonight on the PSP Network.
Yeah, well, between Roger Thomas, Bryce Skutnik, Corey McIver, Josh Cattell, I mean, that's stable of guys here tonight. The football, at least we know what we're talking about with guys like me that might not have quite a sniff when it comes to the gridiron. I do know about barbecue sauce, though, however. Bones Barbecue Sauce is a true North Dakota original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. This premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything, Bryce, from ribs to burgers, veggies, you name it. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. It's Bones Barbecue bringing you the Friday Night Football matchups here on the PSP Network. You mentioned Minot North. You mentioned 2A football. How about the Sentinels? They're 5-0. So is Kindred. So is Grand Forks Central. Devils Lake ranked number 4 at 4-1. Central Cass is a 4-1 team. Nobody else receiving votes. That 2A race is going to be fun down the stretch, isn't it?
It's going to be really good. I know Minot North, the only lone West team up there. A lot of talent over there on the east side. Grand Forks Central, what a season they're having. And then Kindred, first level in Double-A here. A team that's already beat Horace, who's looked really good at times here on the Triple-A level. Kindred's a force to be reckoned with in Double-A.
Yeah, it's amazing when you look at how it's shaping out and how those times change. Kind of back to what we talked about in the open here tonight, that there's a swing and there's ups and downs and ebbs and flows. And guess what? The swing is back to the east, and Shanley, the Deacons, are now the number 1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota again this year, as Troy Mattern's got himself a club. They're 5-0. Davies is 4-1. Those two teams rumble tonight on the east side of the state. That's a premier matchup inside of 3A football. Horace ranked number 3, then 2 teams from the West region, Legacy and Century, out here on the west side, round out the top 5. Do you think the media has it right here in week number 6?
Yeah, I really do. I think the top 5 there. Don't sleep on Bismarck High. I got to see Bismarck High for the first time up close last week, running the football very effectively. Very good team up front. Probably the hottest team right now, I believe, maybe Century. I think Century has a real shot at being competitive here in this West Region slate and winning the conference. But a little team called Legacy out here tonight is going to have something to say about that, my friend.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. There's a look at the media poll brought to you by Sport Clips. Get the app, sign in today with a hairstylist. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. We're just about to salute our country. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem. And then, as promised, we'll look at the leaders inside of the WDA. And we'll take a look at the standings as well as we get geared up for 3A football tonight on the PSP Network. It's the Magi and Sabres from here at the Sanford Sports Complex.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Well, it's about showtime here in the capital city. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer as we get set to salute our great country with the Star-Spangled Banner.
They continue to defend the freedoms we all enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country. At this time, we'd ask that you please stand. Remove your headgear and place your hand over your heart and join in as the Legacy High School Sabre Band, under the direction of Mark Harold and Perrette Johnson, and tonight conducted by senior drum majors Trent Smith and Charlie Vito, present our national anthem.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. What a beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Well, it's just about that time as the starting lineups going to roll out onto the field. First, let's take a look at our standings. They're brought to you by Trusted Tire. Trusted Tire serving the Magic City. Football standings inside of 3A football. Out east, Shanley's 1. Fargo Davies is 2. Horace is 3. No surprise, that's where the media poll had them. Fargo North at 4. Cheyenne at 5. West Fargo at 6 at 1 and 4. Out west, Legacy, the number 1 team, sharing the top honors with Bismarck and with Century. It's Capital City dominance right now inside of the WDA for 3A football. Minot's 0-1, Mandan's 0-1, and so is Williston. Keep in mind the top 4 are the ones that advance into the postseason. It's going to be a 3-way fight, it looks like, to get that final playoff spot, which makes tonight that much bigger.
You said it. We're just our second game into conference play, and you nailed it, Nick. Getting that top 4 never know what can happen when you secure a playoff spot in either the east or the west side of the state 3A football.
Well, why is it that Legacy is so good? Well, they've got a young man by the name of Yusuf Jama. 707 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns for Yusuf. This is an all-region selection from a year ago, a second-team All-Stater. Pope from Century on the list. How about the quarterback and the young man from Minot High, Sutton, 314 yards on the ground for him with 4 touchdowns. The young man from Minot High is going to have to be big in more ways than one tonight.
You've seen it more and more each week with Ryder Sutton, his ability to extend plays, using his feet more by the week. You see it, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns. But how about Jama? Jama's north of 7 yards per carry, Nick. You see the numbers. They jump off the page there. Terrific year for him.
Yeah, he is fantastic. How about the kids that are out catching from the Gunslingers? Jack Juleson, guess what? He's a Legacy Sabre as well. He leads the conference, 415 yards on his campaign with 5 touchdowns. I mean, you've got Jama, you've got Juleson, you've got 2 of the biggest weapons inside of the state of North Dakota. Minot High's got a player in the game tonight, and Pilata that's up there as well, 252 for him in the yardage category with 2 touchdowns. How about the kids passing the football around the field? Well, Ryder Sutton, the sophomore, 776 yards through the air for the 10th grader, 5 touchdowns for him. He has been picked off 8 times, however, on the year. He goes tonight against Brody Weigel, 684 yards through the air with 7 touchdowns. 2 athletic kids are going to quarterback these teams here tonight.
And you said it, the problem with Sutton has been the turnovers. He's tried to force some plays down the field. It's resulting in a number of interceptions, but he's going to continue to do that, try and make things happen for his Magi team. Look for Weigel to use his legs as well. 4 rushing touchdowns to go with those 7 passing touchdowns. A guy who doesn't turn the ball over for this Legacy team.
How do you like that photo from Mason Kramer Photography, too, by the way, of Ryder Sutton? Thanks, Mason Kramer. We appreciate you very much. Time for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. We talked about it on the short drive down Highway 83 today. An early run establishment for Legacy, and Minot's got to be better avoiding long third downs. Why is it that Legacy's run game is so good when it gets going early on?
Yeah, just the big boys up front, just establishing that run. They make it a point to do it early in these games. Teams have been able to get out to that fast start against Minot High here in these first quarters on the Minot side. They've got to get the running game going, first and second down. There are too many long third down conversions that they've been trying to convert. It's been tough these last few weeks.
For the Magi, for the Sabres, we know one thing's for certain. They both want to win tonight. We're going to kick it off when we come back. The opening kick comes your way next on the PSP Network. Legacy of Minot High School in 3A football.
Made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store. It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Minot High's in white, Legacy is in black. It's Nick Holberg along with Bryce Gutnick on the call tonight. Welcome to the capital city for 3A football and the WDA showdown between winless Minot High and with one blemish on their record, Legacy, as they go toe-to-toe for the first time and only time in the regular season here in 2025. Beautiful night in Bismarck. You heard it during the anthem. However, Bryce, the wind might be a bit of a factor in tonight's ballgame.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag there. It's coming out of the south pretty hard. I do believe it's come down since we've been here, but going to be a factor maybe in the special teams game for both teams.
Well, that ball is booted all the way back through the end zone, and Legacy will have their first down of the ball game. Sabres under the direction of Chris Clements, the head coach of the Sabres. He's done a nice job in his 11 years, hasn't he? Good set to lead the charge here tonight.
Yeah, a team that just seems each year we've been out here, it seems to get better and better, and they've got a couple stars on offense that we're going to see early in this one.
Keep your eye on Yusuf Jama. He wears number 0. That's Julesen that goes into motion. They hand off to Jack Julesen over to the left side. Flag on the play. Julesen cracks out over the 25-yard line before he's wrangled up and brought down. Let's see where the laundry brings us to on the playing surface. It's going to be a holding on the offense, so that's going to march him back. It will let them 5 back here on a replayed first down, Bryce.
Going to be a 10-yard, so they're going to be about 1st and 20 here after the holding call.
Thank you, partner. First down and 20 for Legacy, working from inside their own Serve Pro red zone. Brody Weigel, multi-sport athlete for Legacy, takes the snap from the gun. Here's Yusuf Jama. You talked about him getting about 7 yards per carry. He just about meets the quota there, Bryce, almost back to the original line of scrimmage for the Legacy Sabres.
And you'll see it from him. It's the yards after contact that makes him so special. Picking up a good chunk of those from that penalty, try and make this second down a little more manageable here.
Minot High, a program that has been one of the giants inside of the WDA with 18 WDA crowns. They only have 2 state titles to their name. However, it's a legacy program that is still young, founded back in 2014, and they've had their lumps along the way. However, this is a year that Legacy has those weapons, as we talked about. There's one of them in Julesen over on the right side up to the 25, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 5 coming here for the Sabres. In your mind, when you've got the 3-way battle between the capital city schools, I know we talked about it in the pregame, Bismarck, Century, and Legacy. Is there one that really is a dark horse in that race in your mind?
That's a great question. There's a lot of similarities between all these teams. They all have the capable quarterback of moving the ball, moving it vertically, and the run games are very good at each school. I think all 3 have a real shot at winning this region, Nick.
First 3rd down of the ball game. Here's Yusuf Jama. He's got a 1st down, then some. He's up over the 35-yard line, and Jama barrels his way forward before he's wrapped up by Jalen Gunville and company, and the chains move here for Legacy.
Yeah, some of those, you're in that 3rd and 5, 6 range. Teams, normally you like to pass there. How about that? Give it to Jama. Picks up a big 1st down, big conversion after that holding penalty set them back here on the opening drive.
By the way, tonight's game brought to you by Minot State University. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. It's Minot State University. Weigel, option play, rolling out right side, 35, got to the 40 before he's tattooed out of bounds on the play, and the stop is made by number 3, James Pilata. And it will be a 2nd down, and let's call it 6 coming up here.
Seen that a lot in this season. Teams trying to attack outside the tackle there, get on the edge against this Minot High defense. Had a lot of success, too. See if Minot makes some adjustments early.
Sun's starting to set behind us here in the capital cities. The lights are on. Just a beautiful night. That wind is supposed to die down, or was supposed to at least. From the gun again, Weigel works here. 2 wide receivers over on the left side. Job on the backfield. Guess what? Yusuf's got it again. He's up over the 45, barreling up to the 47-yard line before he's tackled on the play by Anthony Alexander. But Yusuf Jama continues to move and groove. It is good enough for a 1st down, a 1st and 10 coming here from the 47.
Love that out of Jama. That time you see the patience. Keep the legs moving there. Another 1st down in the run game here. Getting it going early are the Sabres.
There's been some explosive backs inside of the WDA over time, but some of the greats, well, Jama's inked his name into the record books at Legacy as the all-time great right now. He's got it again, goes to the left side. Jama had his legs swept out from underneath. Making the stop on that play for Minot High School was number 3, Pilata. Jama might have been gone for another 1st down, and if not, even a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's probably a touchdown-saving play there in the secondary. Great tackle. Was it Pilata on that play, I believe? Maybe Bell, but big-time tackle there. I think Jama would be into the end zone if that didn't happen.
From the gun again, Weigel calling the shot. 2nd down and 6. Keeper for the quarterback. Weigel breaking freeze up near the 40-yard line. And Weigel moves his way up into Minot High territory deeper before Anthony Alexander hauls him down. And it's another first down. Legacy. They're moving and grooving right now against this Minot High defense.
We talked about Jama with those rushing stats we showed, but there was a name that was close on that list, and it's the quarterback. It's Weigel. He's rushed for more than 200 yards and 4 touchdowns already for this Sabres team on this season.
When you have athletes, you win ball games, it seems like. That's why Legacy's 4-1. They work here on the first drive of the ball game. Here's a pitch play that comes into the hands here of number 9, Griffin Zins, and Zins is up to the 30-yard line before he's wrangled up, and it's going to be a second down and a short one coming here. Something under the playbook we haven't seen yet on this drive.
I love that little split end, a little misdirection there. Getting Zins involved there from that tight end position. Little sweep action. Real nice gain on first down for Legacy.
Got to tell you, it's fun being back in the booth with you, partner. I've missed being in here with you on game nights. Fun to see two football teams hash it out here in this contest. Right down Broadway on the run. Carrying the football was Wyatt Boone. He's got a touchdown on the season. Boone got chopped at the legs just a bit. He's slow to get up, and Boone is going to make his way to the sideline. Oh, you don't like to see that early in this contest, do you?
Boone, yeah, let's hope he's okay. A kid who's carried the ball already about 22 times. That was number 23 on the season, and a score for him. He's been really effective in the run game when the ball hasn't been in the hands of Yusuf Jama.
Two wide receivers on the right side as they're set up over here with Juleson. Along with number 11, that's Josh Link. From the gun, Weigel's got it. Keeper forward over the 15 into the Serpro red zone, barreling across the 10. Another first down. This time it's going to be a first and goal for Legacy.
A drive that started on their 20-yard line. That's already the 11th play of this opening drive. Gotta love it if you're Coach Clements here.
If you're Coach Fillion or Coach Hendershot right now, do you have an answer for the stop of this run, the way that they're making their way down the field?
Load that box. They're electing to do that. You see that they've got Alexander up. They've got the linebackers up. So they're trying to make some adjustments here early.
Juleson went into motion. They went to Jama. He went to his right side. Anthony Alexander was there. Alexander put him to the ground, but it will be a short gain on the play. And a second down and goal carries on from the ServPro red zone. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. It's ServPro serving Western North Dakota. Well, there you see Chauncey Hendershot, the head man of Minot High School. When you talk to people and you talk about Chauncey Hendershot, I haven't met a single person in the sports world that has had anything other than, isn't he just your favorite to say about him? Handoff, Jama, right down Broadway, touchdown, Yusuf Jama.
The 13-play drive is capped off by Mr. Jama from 8 yards out, opening the scoring tonight here for the Sabres.
Well, we watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, driveryan.com. Sometimes the line doesn't get a whole lot of credit, Bryce. They deserve some. That crafty back just made his way through a parting sea right down Broadway in for 6, and the point after attempt was up and good. Yusuf Jama does it again. League leader with his 10th touchdown on the ground. Legacy's up by 7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
That your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Yusuf Jama finds a way to hit pay dirt again for the Legacy Sabres. They're up 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Minot High will get their first offensive look here in this 3A football matchup. Legacy almost made it look easy at times on that opening drive, didn't they?
It was all about the third down conversions. You see that early penalty. Looks like they're in a hole. They stay patient with the running game. 13 plays later, they're into the end zone for an opening drive touchdown.
Ball up into the wind. Went near the hands and the possession for Minot High's Carson Mello. Drops out of bounds. Minot High will have good field position to start on their first offensive drive in tonight's contest. Tonight's game on the PSP Network is also brought to you by our good friends at Planet Pizza. Best pizza on the planet, it's Planet Pizza. They've been around for over 25 years. Got the largest laser tag playground in the region, giant lunch buffet, and they deliver. Call 701-852-1700. Have Planet Pizza for dinner tonight. Early game time tonight, 6:30, prime time for Planet Pizza. How do you like the 6:30 start, Bryce? Are you into it?
I could get used to it, Nick. I've done some 8 o'clock starts this season, so 6:30 is pretty nice, definitely when we're on the road as well.
Jalen Gunville's got the first run of the night for Minot High. Nice pickup of 7 for Gunville. Minot High has a second down and 3 coming here from the 42-yard line.
We did see Blake Anderson. He is out tonight. Looks like he had re-aggravated that ankle injury, so he is in street clothes, not able to go for the Minot High Magicians.
Handoff, Gunville. He's got the workload early on, and he's got the yardage as well. He's over midfield into Legacy territory, up to the 49 of the Sabres. Not to be confused with the 51, as Andrew Goodmanson would say. First down, Minot High School. Minot High making it look easy on the first 2 touches of tonight's ball game.
You got to love that. A team, they've struggled to get the run game going in this first quarter. Very nice start. And Gunville has struggled. He's been in that about 2 yards per carry on the season. So great start up front for Minot High.
Speaking of Andrew Goodmanson, the former Minot High standout quarterback back in the early 2000s. He was a young player back in his day in all sports that he played at Minot High School. How about Ryder Sutton, the sophomore quarterback, putting up some giant numbers, leading the league right now, the Western Dakota Athletic Conference in pass plays on the season, passing yards. Right now, the highlight man, though, is Gunville. He's got another first down from Minot High School.
Yeah, continuing to go to that run game. Could be setting up a nice little play-action look here. Look for Sutton to maybe look for something with Bell and Pilata vertically.
Back to pass, that's exactly what they do. Deep downfield, big shot down. Just out of the reach of Tariq Bell. Wind might have been a little bit of an issue there, pushing the ball from behind possibly, Bryce.
Yeah, you can see it. Bell had the step. They had it. The play-action look comes. Great time to call it on first down. Sutton just unable to deliver it to Bell. Those shot plays, Nick, they're so important, especially when you're on the road. You got to hit those when you take your chances and get your opportunities.
Sutton sets up from the gun again. One on the backfield, one on each side. They hand the football off, running over to the right side. Cisco on the carry. He's up for another gain on the play, and Minot High sits down with a 3rd down and 5 coming here. Ball marked at the 33-yard line of the Legacy Sabres.
I like these situations for my, but when you're in these 3rd and 5, teams will see if they can pick it up running. Just knowing you're in that 30 to 40 range, you're in 4-down territory.
From the gun working here, Sutton's going to hand off again. Cisco on the rush. That time he's going to be hauled up, nowhere to go. Jack Juleson closed in on top of the box and took him down. 4th down for Minot High.
I don't mind the play call, though. Cisco's been in the mix these last couple weeks, especially with Anderson not healthy. A kid who's continued to get opportunities for this Magicians team.
In Legacy territory, 4th down situation. Minot High in 4-down territory, it seems, here with 2 wide receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. Tried for the hard count and a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. First International Bank and Trust. Full service, family owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. First International Bank and Trust brings you the timeout on the field. 7-0 Sabres. Minot's got a big fourth down here. We're going to keep it right here after the quick timeout. I talked about the young quarterback in Ryder Sutton who gets the nod as a sophomore. You don't see that very often at Minot High School. There's some gamble with having the young man back there, but also you're paving a way for the future in a real bright way.
Yeah, he's the #1 ranked quarterback in his class. Like we said, just a sophomore. We've seen him extend plays, doing a lot with his legs here. Big fourth down.
Talk about extending plays. He might have been face masked on that one as well. It's a first down for Ryder Sutton as he crosses into the ServPro red zone. And it's a first down for Minot High School. Another look back at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yep, it's going to be a face mask, so that's going to be tacked on at the end of the run. The awareness from Sutton on full display there, using his feet to pick up a big first down.
Too early to say that he's maybe one of the greats. He's definitely going to be the poster boy for Minot High in the future. The makeup is there, baby, is what the statement should probably be.
It's the arm. He's so gifted. It's the next 2 years are just going to be really exciting to have Ryder Sutton at the helm for this Minot High football team.
Two wide receivers on the left side. Tariq Bell goes into motion. Posted up over here on the near left. That's number 15, Logan Ludwig. They go to Gunville on the run. Gunville back to the line of scrimmage on the play before he's going to be clobbered up and taken down. Stop is made by Lincoln Lamar for the Legacy Sabres. Second down and 10. No gain on the play. Maybe a short loss for Minot High School.
Great job by Legacy setting the edge there. They had the big boys pulled out in front of Gunville there, but no gain on the play, bringing up second and 10.
Wind continuing to howl just a bit here in Bismarck. Sun continuing to set. Shadows on the field just to the end zones. Sutton calling the shots here. Hands it off. Gunville. Gunville to his right side. Bust free after he was held up on the play. Deeper into the ServPro red zone goes Gunville. And it brings up a third down and just about 3 to go here, Bryce, before a first and goal for Minot High. A big play coming for the Magi.
This has been the most effective we've seen Gunville in the running game here. Great sign for Coach Hendershot here, bringing up third and short.
Two wide receivers right side, one on the left for the Magi. Sutton puts a man into motion. This time Sutton's got the option play, rolling on right side. Sutton down. Oh, he's picked off on the play, but it will not count as the feet did not land in bounds, or is that an INT?
I'm trying to see here, Nick. That was a play. It looked like he pinned the ball almost up. Oh, he comes down with it. It is going to be an incompletion, though, but what an athletic move out there. My goodness.
Let's watch it back one more time on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Ooh, the screen in front of us, not like the 80-inch in some homes here tonight. However, no matter what it was a great play on defense. Here's Sutton. He's got time this time across the middle, in and out of the hands, incomplete. It was almost a one-point ball game. The coverage was there in the secondary, and Jack Julson says, I don't think so. Legacy gets the ball back.
And that's just a great defensive play by Julson, closing out there. Looks like he got a hand in it. Ball was on the money, delivered by Sutton, but just better defense by the Sabres and a turnover on downs.
First and 10 coming here for Legacy. Deep in their own territory. Minute 14 left here in this first quarter of football. Legacy up 7-0 if you're just joining us. It was guess who? Yusuf Jama's 10th touchdown of the year on the opening drive for the Sabres to give them a 7-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Second drive of the ball game for the Sabres starts here with a Jama run. Has a lead blocker out ahead. Jama's going to cut freeze up to the 25 before Anthony Alexander takes him to the ground. And Yusuf doing Yusuf things early in the ball game.
Yeah, leading the way there, number 35, Mr. Ben Gilbertson, springing Jama loose for a nice gain on first down, moving the chains for the Sabres.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network is brought to you by Farstead Oil, by the way. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. They're all over the region. It's Farstead Oil bringing you coverage on the PSP Network. Here's Yusuf Jama, flag on the play. He's up to the 34-yard line before he's tackled out in the secondary by Alexander.
I think we're going to have a hold here on the Sabres, so that's going to bring them back here.
If you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Our mission is to promote local athletes. You'd be amazed at how far it goes to have the subscribers on YouTube, the followers on our social media platforms, liking and sharing the accomplishments of the young men and women of our area. We sure appreciate when you do that. Another long first down here for the Sabres. It's another first down and 20. Ball on their own 14-yard line as Weigel works from the gun on the keeper. Weigel's going to be gobbled up in a hurry. Minot High's defense collapsing in, and the stop is made. This will be a second down and long coming down for the Magi. Give the credit there to big number 54, it looked like, for Minot High that was crashing in. That's Parker Friddle. Make it 55, rather. Tucker Nelson that came in to make the stop.
They did a great job over on that edge. It was Dahl, it was Pallotta joining the big boys up front, setting the edge for the Magi defense.
1 quarter down, 3 to go. Legacy's up by 7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
It's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Well, we saw this from earlier on here tonight. Legacy band in attendance. Is there anything like a high school band, Bryce?
You know my answer to that. I love the band. They're out in full force here tonight. Got Pink Night going on here. Just an awesome scene here at the Sanford Sports Complex in the capital city.
If there's one request, it's probably just a little more cowbell, I'd have to think. Weigel shakes and banks right side, downfield, Julson. Oh, in and out of the hand of Julson. Almost the play of the game. The one-hand grab. Just couldn't wrangle it in. Nice effort, however, from Julson. Nice toss for Brody Weigel.
I like Weigel getting outside the pocket there. You see that little notion saying, hey, Julson, you're going. I'm going to try and lay it on you. Almost a highlight reel catch. Going to set up third and about 23 for Legacy.
Well, we talked about long third downs being the name of the game for the Magi. They're key to the game tonight. The Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game portion of the show. That was on the offensive side that we talked about, but you could say the same song and dance here on the defensive side of the ball. This could be the play in the first half for Minot High School if they can make a stop here. Weigel, pressure to the pocket across the middle, out to Julson, incomplete coverage in the secondary again from James Pallotta, and it's a fourth down and long here for Legacy.
And you're going to see that even when they get in these long situations, Magi ain't just going to sit there and rush 3 or 4. They're going to bring multiple blitzers in that situation. That's what they did, forcing Weigel to step up, maybe get rid of that a little quicker than he'd like.
You talked about Pallotta in our pregame conversation on the ride down here tonight, talking about his speed and being one of the top athletes as far as wheels are concerned inside of the WDA.
Yeah, he is so gifted. I've seen him run a couple guys down from that safety position, a real threat vertically, offensively as well.
Here's Kraft on the return. He's up to the 39-yard line. Nice run back for Kraft. A nice tackle there for Bennett Lawn, the all-region second-team all-stater from a year ago. And Minot's got field position to start on this drive here with 11:41 to play in the opening half of football. They still trail 7-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High at 0-5 coming in. However, their losses on the year, Bryce. Yeah, Davies sent him to the woodshed. West Fargo Cheyenne was a pretty decent ball game. It was 31-27 when that one was all said and done. West Fargo got by him by 5, 19-14. Minot High led Shanley at the break, the #1 team in the state. However, they ended up losing 54-34. Conference play opened up last week with the Bismarck High Demons, and we saw what kind of muscle the black, maroon, and white have from the capital city. It's not that Minot High is... There's been games where there's been a lot of bright spots and some real hope for the Magi, being down 7-0 right now in this contest early on to the #1 team, quote unquote, inside the WDA. They have to be happy with where they are right here, do you think?
Yeah, they had that home run play. They had Bell on that post route. We should really be looking at a tie ball game. You take those chances, throwing the deep ball, you got to capitalize. Now a big third down here in about 5 for this Magi offense.
Ball set on the right hash. Sorry, over on the left hash. Marked at the 34-yard line on the Legacy side of the field. Sutton has 2 wide receivers on each side. Working from the gun, the sophomore quarterback puts a man into motion. Sutton's back to pass, looking downfield across the middle. It's complete. Out it goes into the hands of Kraft, and Kraft has a first down from Minot High School.
I like that. They're just sitting down in that zone. I believe it was Ludwig who made the catch there, but you see Gunville and you see Pilata on that crossing motion. They took all the attention. Ludwig just sitting down in that open area. Big first down.
Yeah, my apologies. 15 Ludwig, 17 is Kraft, if you're keeping track at home. Ball's going to be carried forward here. Buried down to the ground by the defensive core for the Legacy Sabres.
84 leading the charge there on that play. We're going to say his name a lot. A guy who leads this Sabres team in tackles, Brady Wicke. He's already one of my favorite guys. I've been watching him a number of plays down there. He is flying around for the Legacy defense.
Wicke spelled W-I-C-K. Add the extra E on there. Does that make the all-name team? That's a question. Here's a pass. Quick hitter. It's complete. First down and then sub as Tariq Bell had it into the midst. And the chains will move for Minot High, I do believe. No, they won't. Right at the marker. It was pretty darn close there over on the far sideline. Hurry up offense for the Magi. Sutton's just going to move his way forward on the quarterback keeper. Does he get enough for the first down? Now the chains will move, and Minot High's got a first down from inside the Serpro red zone.
I'm wondering, I thought there was 12 guys on the field for the Legacy defense, but regardless, it's going to be a first down for Minot High.
Right at the 15-yard line. Yeah, there was laundry on the field too, Bryce, if I'm not mistaken. That's what the white hat is discussing here.
Oh, there is a flag. I missed that. I was looking. I didn't know if he had thrown one, but there is one on the field.
There's the call on it.
So it's just a matter, did Minot High substitute, which would allow Legacy to make a substitution, but if they didn't, they're going to be caught with 12 men on the field here.
Conversation continuing on here. Plenty of talk here to make sure they get it right. These men and women that wear those striped uniforms on any high school night in high school sports in our state, boy, do they deserve some credit, don't they? They really, it's not an easy job. No. Somebody, doesn't matter what the call is going to be here, somebody's going to be upset when it's all said and done. You see Chauncey Hendershot and the Minot High staff coming out, having the conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a minute to...
Yeah, and in these situations, they're going to take a little time because they want to get it right. They want to, make the right call, get the situation right. I'm not sure the call here. Yeah, they got caught with 12 men on defense there.
Benton Biscuit Ranch, Big Sky Yardworks, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota.
So I believe they accepted the penalty. So taking the 5 yards on the penalty, it's going to be a first down for Minot.
Yeah, the 5-yarder. That was the question that I had. Was it?
Little discussion. They've got it right.
5 advanced as Ryder Sutton's got the football. Goes over to the left side, inside the 10. He's going to be pushed backwards. Nevertheless, deep in the ServPro red zone. ServPro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. And Ryder Sutton will carry the ball forward for just about 4 on the play. They mark it at 3, so it's a second down and 7. From the left hash, 2 wide receivers over on the right side. Gunville lines up next to Sutton. Sutton rolling out. Sutton's got company, tosses it down to the corner. Incomplete coverage in the secondary was there. Making the play on the defensive side was Bennett Law, the All-Stater. And it brings up a third down here for Minot High School.
That's when they really like to get Sutton outside the pocket there, but good pressure by that Legacy defense. Good close by Bennett Lawn there, setting up 3rd and long here for the Magi.
Field position is there. However, the wind at their face without Blake Anderson tonight. Huge loss for Minot High, one of the top players inside the conference. He's got a boot on him as well. This ball's going to be tossed over to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Josh Link on the coverage.
Link was there on the coverage, and Josh Link comes up big for Legacy. Got the hand of the way at the last moment, and it's a 4th down for Minot High School.
I like that play call, though. Sutton put it right on Bell, gave it an opportunity to make a big play there in the end zone for 6, but this red zone defense has been really good by Legacy here to start this game. They stopped that opening drive in the red zone. Another chance to turn away this Minot High offense with no points.
Minot High spreads the field out here. Sutton with the football, back to pass, time in the pocket. Now he's rushed over to the right side. Sutton tosses it ahead. It's complete. Ludwig reaches for the pylon as he in. Right at the 1-yard line, they're going to say, but it's still a first down for Minot High School.
That's the key word, first down there. Knowing they can get a first down inside the 2. Call it the 1-yard line now. Fresh set of downs. Big-time play by Sutton there.
Here comes the first down situation. Here for the Magi, deep in the ServPro red zone. Sutton on the QB sneak. He's going to be pushed back on the play, and a second down coming here for Minot High. Flag on the play. By the way, today's game packaged and delivered by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturdays 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS store in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing, shipping, printing, and mailbox needs. Minot High didn't want that delivery. It's a flag and a loss of yards. Oh, the false start for the Magi?
Yeah, false start. Big penalty. You're down at the 1. They try and do the sneak. Somebody on the line moves early all the way back out to the 6 now.
Here's Gunville. Shakes, bakes. Hits Paintert. Jalen Gunville, touchdown, Minot High School.
How about Gunville in this game? Really getting the Magi running game going there after the penalty in from 6 yards, capping a huge drive and a chance to tie this ball game.
Good for Jalen Gunville. That's his first touchdown of the year from Minot High. And a big one puts the Magi within 1. On to kick here for Minot High. It's Dylan Oswalt, the 11th grader. A soccer midfielder had the kick blocked. And Legacy's going to hang on to the 1-point lead, 7-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. How about the defense coming up big there for the Sabres? Getting the big paw in the way of that one was Brody Danger, the 6'5", 227-pound sophomore. Big time play to keep Minot at bay and within 1. Magi kickoff for the Sabres when we come back.
Want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Jalen Gunville, 20 carries on the year coming into the contest here tonight. Rewarded deep inside the ServPro red zone with the touch, and he scores. Minot's within one, 7-6 of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magi to kick it off here. Oswalt hammers that one down the field. Bounces to Juleson. He's got it at the 10. 15 up to the 20. Shakes it, bakes to the 25. Wrestled out of bounds in between the 25 and 30. And Legacy goes back to offense here with under 8 minutes to play in the opening half. Bryce, your thoughts on that last drive that was capped off by a Jalen Gunville touchdown?
Yeah, big fourth down conversion on that drive. Kept it alive. Gunville out from 6 yards. Here you see another problem area, though. It's been the special teams. They've tried a number of kickers with Blake Anderson out. Now we got Dylan Oswald, the soccer player, in. That one's blocked. You just wonder if there's maybe a little timing issue.
Weigel goes back under the gun. Yusuf Jama carries it forward. Alexander and Jama getting pretty well acquainted early on in this ball game. Alexander had the stop, but it was after Jama picked up 7 on the play. You talk about that timing issue. How big really is that, Bryce, for that rotation?
Yeah, it's a kid who just doesn't have a lot of reps doing it. Let's just be honest. They brought him in, and I watched him during warm-ups. He looked terrific. He kicked everyone into the wind, too. So he got a real feel for it, but great block there to keep the 1-point lead for Legacy.
Weigel, deep toss. Juleson just out of the reach. Oh, look out. KFYR TV sports personality over here on the near sideline gives the thumbs up. We're glad to see that he's okay. That could have been a bad situation, by the way, all jokes aside. He's dinged up a little bit, though, Bryce. However, Juleson was right there, just out of the reach.
Great coverage on the back end, step for step there. I like that play call, though. You get that 5 yards on there. Hey, let's go for a home run shot. We know what Juleson is capable of doing there on that wideout position. I like the play call from Coach Clements.
684 yards through the air on the year for Weigel. Uh-oh, Alexander. He came flying in hot. Yellow laundry on the field is going to result in free yards here for the Legacy Sabres.
It's going to be enough for a first down as well. Huge penalty there. Trying to get a jump on that snap, but we've seen a number of big penalties already in this first half tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say both teams have not been flawless by any means in this ballgame. Legacy setting up shop here, working from the 39-yard line. Low snap, Weigel hands it off. Jama waits, steps, now delivers up over the 45 to the 50. He's hauled up on the play by Tariq Bill. Bell was there to make the stop on Jama. It's fun to watch Yusuf Jama and just see the patience that he has, knowing that he's got that explosive power to take off when he wants, almost shifting on the turbos.
And he doesn't go down with that first contact. It's the yards after contact. I said that already in this first half, but that's really stood out to me here from Yusuf Jama. Patience as well. He's such a patient runner. Whoever gets this kid at the next level has got a special kid.
Yeah, 6 foot tall, $190 here in his senior campaign. Minot State, Newberry want him. They've offered. Here goes Brody Weigel, cutting freeze over the 35, down to the 30, and Weigel picks up another Legacy Sabre first down.
I love that little option. Give Weigel the option to either hand it off or he can keep it. He elects to keep this one. Big gain all the way into Magi territory.
How do you like Jama at 6 foot tall and $190? That's almost the ideal weight coming out of high school, isn't it? I mean, you can beef him up in a quick hurry at the collegiate level.
Yeah, you imagine a couple years into the collegiate level and what he's going to look like, and he's so explosive, and I'm really excited to see it.
Little reverse play here from the Sabres on the run. Dancing forward to the football is in. He's all the way into the ServPro red zone. That might be your play of the game so far to this point. It's a first down, and Legacy's now knocking on the doorstep.
It's the second time we've seen that split end, that misdirection. This one goes for 27 big ones for Legacy all the way into the red zone. What a play.
ServPro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians in advanced technology at ServPro. Jama in the backfield next to Weigel. Jama's got it here. Anthony Alexander hog-tied him right up. Jama not going anywhere. Alexander had some help on the play as well. Coming in to make the stop was Declan Doherty. It's a big stop for Minot High. Forces a second down. No gain on the play. 10 to go for the Sabres.
Yeah, great start there. Declan Doherty, a kid who hasn't seen a lot of playing time here, getting some defensive reps, helping Alexander out on that play.
Approaching the 5-minute remaining mark here in the first half of football. BNC Bank scoreboard has Legacy on top of Minot 7-6. Gunville scored for the Magi. Jama scored for the Sabres. Jama's got it again. Jama's going to score again. Touchdown, Yusuf Jama.
Great cut back there. That block setting the edge there on the outside. I believe it was Sanford at that tight end position. Jama into the end zone.
Number 11 on the year for Yusuf Jama. Legacy's up 13-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Right down Broadway through the uprights. 14-6, Sabres on top on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Yusuf Jama continuing to impress.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Big night of high school football on the PSP network. All are off and running now here at 7-11 Central Time in North Dakota. This one's been pretty good so far, Bryce. So is Yusuf Jama. He's got a pair of touchdowns in the contest to lead Legacy over Minot High 14-6. Magi get the ball back on the ensuing kickoff. That one's hammered all the way back into Minot High territory. This is Kraft on the return. Kraft dances left. Now he's going to make his way to the right, back to the left, shaking his way all the way up over the 30. And then Kraft is going to be hit out of play on the near sideline. Coming in was Nick Sanford, the senior.
A little animated on the Legacy sideline. They wanted a holding call there out on the outside. Not going to get it.
Talking about those rushing leaders inside the conference, back to what we looked at in the pregame show here tonight. Yusuf Jama at the top of the ladder inside of the WDA. 707 yards. Pretty fair to assume that he's going to break 1,000 here in his senior campaign. On his way here, helping that cause tonight. Here's Gunville on the carry. Gunville's up near the 35-yard line. And Gunville's got another nice run. He's been a nice piece here for Minot High School.
Been a huge spark in the running game. Anderson out. Gunville been great with his opportunities tonight. This is the best they've looked these last few weeks on first and second down running the football.
Spread offense again. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Gunville takes the carry, cuts free. Gunville's over the 45, up to the 49-yard line before he stopped up on the play. Making the stop was number 35 for the Legacy Sabres, Ben Gilbertson. It's the Magi first down with under 4 to play here in this first half. Are points a must in your mind for Minot High School on this drive?
Yeah, I think we got a flag here, but just before the half, there'd be a huge spark here if they can get some type of points on this drive.
Calls on the Magi. Holding is the penalty.
They also received it. They'll get the ball starting the third quarter out too. So if you get some opportunity to get points here, and then starting the second half, you're going to have the first opportunity. So huge series here.
Chauncey Hendershot, the head coach of the Magi, pacing like a tiger over on the far sideline. Made the comment earlier on that everybody seems to like Chauncey and has a lot of respect for what he's done. What is it about him that you like so much?
I could listen to him talk when we just sit there and talk football, how he talks about his kids and the joy he gets out of doing this. It's just, he just loves being in that position and being a leader, and he's done such a great job with this group.
Gilbertson in on the tackle. Also making the stop on the play for the Legacy Sabres was number 9, Griffin Zins. Brings up a second down and a mile here for the Magi, 19 to be exact. Ball at the 41-yard line on the Magi side of the field. Chauncey played quarterback for the Bishop Ryan Lions, early 2000s. Key piece for the Lions back in their dominating days of high school football in North Dakota. This one out across over to the left, incomplete, brings up a long third down coming here from Minot High.
Back when they were doing the option there, the option days at Bishop Ryan, Coach Hendershot leading the way.
That was your timeline back. You and Chauncey graduated the same year. Did Ryan and Minot High ever scrimmage back in those days?
We played them when we were in those younger, like when we were in like that middle school range and that early, like freshman, sophomore year, we would go play Ryan. Yeah.
Well, and this is one of the things I like about Chauncey is that he's about as humble as it gets. So let's just ask, I know you'll tell the truth as well, who had the advantage, purple and gold or maroon and gold in those contests? You remember back then?
I'm not trying. It was definitely maroon and gold. I'm sorry. We were on that option offense. We defended it really well, but he was very gifted at the quarterback position.
Yes, he was. 3 minutes on the dot to play, opening half. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. Legacy up 14-6.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Back to action with 3 on the dot to play here in the opening half. How about the crowd here tonight, by the way, Bryce? It's a packed show here at the Sanford Complex. Into the hands and then out. Incomplete pass for the Magi. Intended there for Colin Cisco. Sophomore incomplete. Sutton's had a few on a tee here tonight. Minot High's had a hard time reeling him in just a bit.
Yeah, he really has. I know he missed that throw on that post route to Bell early. That would have resulted in 6, but he's delivered a few on the money. Just have a number of magician receivers just haven't been able to come down with it. This could be a punt here for Minot High.
Magi forced to put the ball in the air straight into the wind. Sutton hammers it up. This ball's going to fly out of play over on the near sideline, just about at the 44-yard line. And Legacy's got all right field position to start what could be the final drive of the opening half of football, sitting on a 14-6 lead.
Great field position here. All 3 timeouts. Try and make this a 2-score game here before the half.
Sabres, a team that on the year we talked about their dominance against the East Region schools until they ran into Horace. Horace, no stranger to finding themselves in the media pool of the new school system over there in West Fargo. Legacy looking for an unblemished record inside the WDA. They beat Williston last week and handed Williston their lunch on a platter, if you will. First down, Yusuf Jama. And Jama's over the Minot High 40-yard line. And the chains will move again.
A great job leading the way. Number 9, Griffin Zinzer in the hole. Getting Jama loose for a nice gain.
Once again, if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube. Like and follow us on all social media platforms as well. PSP Network, our mission is to promote local athletes. Across the middle, how about that bullet? Weigel to Juleson. Touchdown, Legacy.
That ball, what a bullet of a throw by Weigel. Looks like the defender may have fell down on that one. What a play there. 39 yards later, Juleson's in the end zone.
You want to talk about a perfect pass. That was it. Brody Weigel connects again. And Legacy's up by 14 at 20-6. Trying to make it a 15-point advantage with the point after attempt coming here. Right down Broadway again.
That kick is good.
Well, that was a pretty one. Juleson's into the end zone again on the Brody Weigel connection. Might even give that a beautiful with a capital B for Juleson. 6th touchdown of the year through the air from Weigel. And on the BNC Bank scoreboards, 21-6, Legacy on top.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to...
Halftime show. It is a pass from Sun, high interception. Looking for Bell, overshot him. And
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance.
Congratulations to Garrett Randolph. This week's Player Performance of the Week brought to you by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. First down and 10 for the Magi with the ball at the 36-yard line on their side of the field with 2:07 left here in our opening half of football. Yusuf Jama's got a pair of touchdowns. Weigel connected with Juleson on the last drive for Legacy. It was Gunville that got in for the Magi. If you're just joining us here tonight, Gunville's got space and some time. He's up near that first down line. Does he get enough for the first down? He does.
I like that. Henderson out on the outside. Nice block. Springing him free for a first down. Plenty of time. There's still just under 2 minutes there. See if Minot High does elect to try and go with some up-tempo.
Ryder Sutton, quick hitter, near side, complete. Out into the flat, but then swarmed up by a swarm of Legacy Sabres. Juleson in on the stop, along with big number 44 crashing in to make the stop there as well. And give the credit where it's due. That's Rasmussen that came up with the stop for Legacy. Second down and 7 for Minot High School with 80 seconds left here in the opening half. Quick hitter again. Complete. Coverage was there again. And out in the secondary, that coverage has been good for Legacy in this ball game. And give the credit on that play to Brady Wicke.
Wicke read that right away. Minot High tried to slip out Dahl into the flat area. Wicke with a big-time play, setting up third down.
Gunville on the carry over to the left side. Gunville is going to be wrapped up right at the 45. Minot High has not started the season all too well inside of the first quarter of football. They've been outscored in the first quarter 61-34. They've been outscored 50-24 in the second quarter. Pretty big margin being doubled up in the opening half of football. Minot High was within a point. Points here for the Magi. I hate to be Mr. Obvious, but it would be giant at this juncture in the ballgame.
Yeah, I said it as there's an encroachment penalty. So 4th and about half a yard does become first down. So a new set of downs for Minot High. They still have a timeout.
Look for the Magi to take a shot or two here. 24 seconds ticks down. Play clock at 37. Plenty of time. Sutton rolling out right side. Looks downfield. That's a bomb downfield, incomplete. Had Ludwig out there, but the coverage was there in the secondary again. And Ryder Sutton was pressured out of the pocket.
Great job on the back end. The secondary there. Looks like Josh Lincoln coverage there. Nowhere to go with the football for Sutton on that one.
Don't you love when the lights come on a Friday night like this? This is just a beautiful venue. Again, full house tonight here at the Sanford Complex. Big thanks to Dave Zittelman, head athletic director of Bismarck Public, along with Brent Mitchell, the athletic director here at Legacy. Look at this rollout. Ryder Sutton's on the move. He's up to the 25. Sutton's going to barrel his way out of bounds near the ServPro red zone stripe. And it will be a first down for the Magi. They've got one more play they can run here with 4 seconds on the clock to end our first half of football.
That was great awareness. Get out of bounds. They do have a timeout. Maybe elect to take it here and drop your best play you got. See if you can get some kind of points here. The wind is kind of dying down too. Maybe even look at getting the new kicker involved with Oswald, but it looks like they're going to go for one.
Sutton waiting, has time. Plenty of time. 500, it's up for grabs. Corner of the end zone, it's going to be incomplete. That's how half number one comes to an end. Legacy's up 21-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show comes up next here on the PSP Network. Bryce and I will break down the opening half of football on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Not everyone starts their day.
Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Not everyone starts their day.
PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Halfway in, halfway home of this 3A football matchup tonight on the PSP Network. Julson, Jama, Gunville are the ones that have scored. Legacy has 21, Minot High has 6. It's our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime reports. Contact Drew today at Moonlight Home Improvement. He is your renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you've been putting off the basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any other interior renovation, now is the time to book your free estimate with MHI. Mention PSP Network and get up to 10% off on your project's invoice. Drew's number is 701-721-4612. That's 721-4612. Or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. It's time to make that happen, I think. Moonlight Home Improvement, proud to support North Dakota High School athletics on the PSP Network. This ball game has been entertaining, to say the least. Nick Holberg alongside of former Minot High standout Mr. Bryce Gutnick on the call. 7-6 for a big majority of that first half of football. Minot High's had some bright spots here in the ball game. Legacy's just been a bit brighter as the number 4 ranked team in the state of North Dakota. It's not over yet. However, Legacy may be flexing some muscle from time to time here tonight.
Yeah, big opening drive touchdown there. They got the lead. They established the running game early. We've seen a number of penalties in this first half. That's been big on both teams. The red zone stop on that opening drive for Minot High was huge. They had a shot. They had Bell in the middle of the field. Sutton just couldn't get him in stride there. That was huge. Just a number of swings kind of in momentum there. And Legacy kind of took the reins of that to end the first half.
You alluded to it just a bit, but how big is a play from Weigel to Julson? That was a bomb and an opportunity for the Legacy Sabres to go up by 2 scores, 2 possessions in the ballgame. That seemed like maybe one of those move of the game type of plays right there. Minot High on the other side has had a couple of those opportunities that they just haven't been able to execute to reel those in tonight.
that 39-yard play. That's a 3-step drop. Ball is out on the money, just leading Juleson a little. Ends up in the end zone, taking a big 2-possession lead for the Sabres.
21-6, the score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Any first half stats that really stand out to you, Bryce? Any numbers that really hop off the paper of the chicken scratch here tonight at Sanford Sports Complex?
On the Minot High side, it's been Gunville. It's been Gunville running the football. They've been terrific in the run game, getting him going in Anderson's absence. And we've seen Jama, what Jama's done. They've done a couple nice misdirection plays, too, with the tight end with Griffin Zins. And then you see Juleson get involved. Juleson's been really good defensively in this game. And then, like he said, that ball out quick from Weigel, and 39 yards later, Juleson's into the end zone.
Yeah, that one's going to make the plays of the week, probably, without a doubt. Player performance of the week on the PSP Network, brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State. And how about our friends at the Aggie Foundation, where you can vote each week for the PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Nominees will be posted on social media each Monday. Winner is announced on Thursday. We were a day late today. We had it announced this Friday morning. Player Performance of the Week is sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. What a great organization. And how about the great performances last week that we saw on the PSP Network? Some defensive specialties across the board, not only in football, but in volleyball as well.
Yeah, it was great. And I got to see Garrett Randolph up close and personal, and what he was able to do on that quarterback position came up huge for the Demons defensively. Had an interception, made a number of plays defensively, in a big win over Minot High last week.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of those highlights from that, and let's meet our winner of this week's Minot State University Aggie Foundation PSP Network Player Performance of the Week.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to...
Halftime show. It is a pass from Sun, high intercepted. Looking for Bell, overshot him. And
make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. So if we can make an impact in that community, we will.
Congratulations once again to each and every one of those players that was up for that award. Congratulations, Garrett Randolph, this week's Player of the Week. By the way, Friday Night Football next Friday night. This is what it looks like. Could have a real dogfight. Legacy and Bismarck. Minot High at Century. St. Mary's goes out to the Queen City to take on Dickinson. Devil's Lake heads to Minot to take on North. And how about Bishop Ryan and Belva? In single A football, there's some intriguing matchups on the next week edition of Friday Night Football, brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. If you had to pick one to be in attendance at, which one would it be?
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna be with the Magi against Century. I'm really excited to see Century. I've watched them on film a number of times. How about Legacy Bismarck? That's going to be a big game and jockeying for position in the WDA. How about the rivalry matchup? Belva DAG versus Bishop Ryan. That's always an intriguing matchup. Adding a little fuel to the fire there. Cade Oakiston is playing tonight for Velva. His first time in a uniform for Velva tonight. So he's going to be, he's transferred in from Bishop Ryan, adding a little more fuel to the fire with that matchup, Mr. Holberg.
Yeah, that's next week on the 10th. I don't think, I mean, it's, you know, we're involved in sports, and we're fortunate enough to have this as a living and the job that we do to get to promote these kids, but you played it. You were good at playing it back in the day. I was kind of a second stringer in hockey, of course. Now, with that being said, there's no secret that Minot and Bismarck don't really like each other. I don't think anybody likes Minot when it comes to anything. A lot of people smiling around the state with the Magi where they're at this year. Now, turning the table to the Class B or the Single A stuff, Velva and Bishop Ryan really don't get along too well. I think it's kind of that same song and dance between the Star City and the Magic City Class B school.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great rivalry, and yeah, let's just call it what it is, Ryan. People don't really love the Velva side, and Velva's side don't really love the Ryan side. There's a mutual respect, but when it comes to that gridiron matchup, they're on the field. They're just not friends for that hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's just call it what it is.
Other games next week. South Prairie backs and DLB, MLS and Velvet. High school volleyball on Tuesday night. On Thursday, WDA volleyball. You've got Minot North and Minot going toe-to-toe. Legacy and Bismarck will collide, and Lewis and Clark and our Redeemers will play as well. That all happens next week on the PSP Network. Well, it's about time to put a cap on our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Moonlight Home Improvement. It's no longer time to put off that project that you want done, the home improvements. Maybe it's kitchen, maybe it's the bathroom interior or exterior renovation. Now's the time to talk to Drew. Book with MHI. Mention PSP Network. Get 10% off on your project invoice. Here's the number. Write it down. 701-721-4612. That's 721-721-4612. Gentlemen, I promise you, even if you call them for the free estimate, that helps the cause, at least to know that you're serious about maybe making that renovation happen to keep home base the way it should be. And that's in tip-top shape, courtesy of Moonlight Home Improvement. Time for our second half of football. What do you say we do that right about now as we get geared off and ready? 21-6. Legacy's got the lead. Bryces are one key in the second half for Legacy if they want to remain unbeaten in the WDA after tonight's contest.
Continue to take your shots. You know you've got Jama. The running game is going, but continue to take your shots. Get Jolson out in, on the outside. Give him a few opportunities to make some big plays. Maybe run some of that play action sets with him.
Minot High's got to catch some passes. They've got to be better across the board, probably, if they want a shot here tonight in the second half.
Yeah, it's going to start defensively up front, whether they can try and limit the running game. But, yeah, and when you're taking your shot plays, we've seen what Gunville's done running the football. It's been great. But, like I said, when you're taking the shot plays, you got to hit them.
We are underway for our second half. Legacy's in black, Minot's in white. If you're just joining us, ball kicked off to Kraft. He's got a crafty return here, pardon the pun, up to the 31-yard line.
He's got the football. The football's out.
Oh, it's going to be stripped. Legacy says they have it. It's clearly in their possession, waiting for the official call.
I think they're going to call that his forward progress was stopped, so Minot High is going to be fortunate and retain possession here.
Well, let's watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Forward progress for any of the novices at home. Bryce, you want to break down the rule of forward progress for us?
Yeah, him being stood up there, like I said, his forward progress has moved, so the whistle's going to be blown there. So that defender, he made a great play taking the ball out, but the officials ruled that his forward progress had been stopped. He was up in the grasp, and so it's not going to be a turnover. Very fortunate for Minot High.
Gunville's got a first down on the first carry here in the second half. Gunville scored for the Magi back in the first quarter to bring it to a 7-6 ball game. Minot's point after attempt was no good. Gunville's going to run it again here. This time he's going to be wrangled up and taken down in a hurry. Coming in to make the play for Legacy was number 7, Braden Lean, the linebacker. That linebacker core for Legacy's been good with Wiki, Lean, and Ruxton.
I'm a big Wiki guy. I've been watching him fly around. It's great to see Braden Lean back on the field. He missed a number of snaps there tending to an injury on the sideline, so he's back in the ballgame. Great news for Sabre fans.
Motion man is Gunville. It's a keeper here for Ryder Sutton. Spin move. Sutton's up over the 50-yard line. Barrel rolling up to the 49. Where do they mark him here? And Ryder Sutton, the sophomore quarterback for Minot High, with the Xbox move, picks up some yards on the play.
Here you see what makes him so gifted. His ability to run. He's a willing runner. Setting up a third and very manageable for the Magi offense.
Replacing Kellen Burke, who came into the quarterback role from a year ago after Beater took the Magi to a state championship 2 years ago. Burke was a runner, and he could get around the football field. He had an arm on him as well. You want to talk about an athlete? We talked about him being the alpha, quote-unquote, a lot of times last year, and Sutton's got a lot of that Kellen Burke style in him, it seems.
He does. Another kid who likes to, like Burke, they like to roll him out. They like to get him outside the pocket on the move. Sutton does that extremely well.
I like the turtleneck, too. He works from the gun. Hands it off, Gunville. Stutter step left, then right. Then he's going to be held up at about the 45-yard line. By the way, tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Planet Pizza. Not too late to order tonight, 701-852-1700. Try a Blue Buffalo. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. It's a little spicy, however. Maybe just a plain cheese. Or stop in for a game of laser tag in the largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza bringing you coverage on the PSP Network. Minot High's offense on the move here with Gunville over to the left side. Gunville hits the edge. Gunville is up to the 40. There is a flag on the play. This one might be coming back for Minot High School.
Yeah, it looks like it appears to be a hold there. A little different look there from Minot High, going a little double tight end look there, single back. Something you don't see too often from Minot High.
Nice to see Fred Nelson checking in tonight. Great to hear from you, Fred. Former Minot High standout athlete. Probably more proud of being Dad of the Year these days.
Yeah, tuning in from Minot there. Great to be back with you on the air, my friend. It's been a little while.
It's been a while. Friday nights have changed for me in the old PSP headquarters, watching the games, making sure they're all on the air. Here's Sutton. Oh, that pass is going to be batted away, but it's going to come down into the hands of the Magi, and it is completed. Goes away to Jack Stevick, and Stevick ends up with the football. I do believe here it is Jack that's got it. Pass was batted away. Will that be an ineligible receiver downfield, however, Bryce?
I'm not sure of the call. I didn't see the flag. I was watching Stevick high point the football. But they're going to get a hold here, so it's going to set Minot way back. What a play by Stevick there off the batted ball, but like I said, a holding call is going to negate that play for Minot.
Yeah, it's going to take them way back here. Second down and 28 for the Magi. Your key to the game tonight was long third downs and avoiding those. How about long second downs? 28 is a country mile for the Magi. They're going to have to toss it out here. No, it's going to be a keeper from Ryder Sutton. And Sutton trying to get away, says, come and get me. He's got the motor on. He's up to the first down pylon. Ryder Sutton out of bounds over on the far sideline. And the sophomore for the Magi moving and grooving.
Looks like he was dead in his tracks there for a minimal gain, but it turns into, they're going to be about third and about 12 now. Very reasonable here for the Magi offense here. Got to believe they got 2 downs to try and pick up a first down here.
Yeah, excuse my words there. I said the first down pylon. It's the original line of scrimmage pylon. That's because they were 28 yards back on the long second down. Sutton takes a deep shot. Downfield, has a man. Incomplete to Ludwig. And this will bring up a fourth down and long for Minot High School here with 8:50 to play in this third quarter.
And Sutton really took a shot there. What a play that was. Rasmussen, number 44, coming in, delivering the lick, forcing a punt here for Minot High.
Devils Lincoln St. Mary's in a one-score ball game. That one pretty solid. Dickinson leading Jamestown 14-12. That's a good one as well. Sutton's going to boot this one deep away. Takes a Minot High hop down to about the 7.5 yard line, let's call it. Legacy will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This drive is brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. New installation, upgrades, and all your furnace and AC needs. It's Dylan at 222-2155. Big thanks to Northern Plains Heating and Air for their continued support of our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP network. Here's Brody Weigel working from the gun. Bismarck's all over Mandan, 35-7 the score of that one with 6:50 left in the third quarter of play.
Tucker Nelson on the stop for Magicians. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9 after Nelson makes the stop for Minot High. You know, you don't want to put the cart in front of the horse too much, Bryce, as far as what the season looks like. But Mandan trailing Bismarck the way they are right now. Williston with where they're at and what those numbers have been this year on what they've put up. Here's Yusuf Jama, by the way. He's up over the 23-yard line, and Jama barrels his way forward for another 1st down. It's almost fair to say that with where these standings are, I mean, Minot and Mandan are going to be playing to see if they're going to have an opportunity. One of those two teams is going to grab that final and 4th playoff spot inside the West region, it seems.
Yeah, from what we've seen, and I think you're absolutely right. I think it's going to be a dogfight for that last spot, and yeah, maybe a team like Williston maybe sneak in, and be involved in the talks with that as well.
This one's not over yet here. However, it's 21-6, but Legacy taking a shot. Guess what? Oh, in and out of the hands of Julson. Almost had his 2nd big-time play of the ballgame. Weigel's got an arm on him, doesn't he? Look at this. This is a bomb downfield. Yeah. Good coverage out the secondary there from Kraft.
Kraft is hobbled now. He's going over to the sideline, but he was step for step with Julson, and Weigel put it in a great spot, but Julson unable to come down with that one.
2nd down and 10. 23-yard line of the Legacy Sabres. That's where they work from here. Handoff, Yusuf Jama. Jama hits the edge, turns the motor on 40, up to the 50. Hit on a play at the 45-yard line, and Yusuf Jama continues to impress.
Big guy leading the way on the outside there. The left guard, Jack Mitchell, pulling around, setting Jama up for a very nice gain there in the Magi territory.
Yeah, Jama's got wheels, so does Pilata. He's the one that knocked him on a play, and Pilata had the motor on to cut the gap, put him on a play. That almost was an opportunity for 6 more for Yusuf Jama.
Jama go over to the sideline here. Let's hope he's okay. He does have his helmet off.
Brody Weigel rolling out left side, cuts back to the right, barrels his way forward. Then he's hit hard on the play. Kind of like to see that sportsmanship from Minot High's number 55, Tucker Nelson, helping him up after they collided helmet to helmet on that collision.
Yeah, how about Weigel lowering the shoulder there, trying to inflict some pain there. The quarterback there getting loose for a nice gain.
That wasn't quite helmet to helmet. That was a well executed shoulder there from Tucker Nelson. 1st and 10, left hash, 35-yard line, Minot High side of the field. On the move are the Sabres, and with the handoff and the carry, look at this, all the way down inside the ServPro red zone. First carry of the ball game tonight for Beckham. Presley McKay. McKay dances his way inside the 10-yard line.
McKay, just a sophomore there. Like you said, first carry of the night, good for about 30 yards. He called about 28. 1st and goal here set up for Legacy.
McKay still in the backfield. Jama not in the ball game right now. McKay's got it. McKay dances to Painter. Touchdown, Sabres.
McKay's the one finishing it off. How about those last 2 runs from the sophomore? Beckham, Presley, McKay ends up into the end zone, extending the lead for Legacy.
First touchdown of the year for McKay. First as a Sabre, and Legacy's up 27-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank. Right down Broadway and through the uprights again. 4 for 4 in the ballgame on the point after attempt. Like that celebration as well. Legacy up big.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Tonight's ballgame on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by BSN. BSN creates exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment to uniforms, coaches apparel, fan wear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pros today. Our very own Scott Woodmansey, Nate Zockman, and Joe Cattell, all at BSN. You can also contact Naomi Erdahl or Greg Foster, BSN. Proud to support our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP Network. Minot High's got a 1st and 10 deep inside their own territory, trailing 28-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard with 6:02 left here in the third quarter of play. The 0-5 Magi, you have to go way back into the time capsule to find a time that they started 0-6 all the way to back when those records were tracked down, Bryce, back to the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, just unfamiliar territory. I know it's been a struggle, but they're going to continue to fight here. See if they can sustain a drive here.
Forward was Sutton, and Sutton's going to be wrangled up. Well, when you look at Minot High football, then you look at Minot High athletics, I mean, there's no doubt about it that the Magi have been one of the giants in the West region for high school football. There haven't been many times in time that the Magi haven't had winning programs. 18 region titles, 2 state championships. That snap is going to be dropped. Sutton's going to be wrangled up, and Sutton's taken down. He's sacked. When you go through those ups and downs like that, however, what are you trying to take out of that from a program? I mean, you can call it character building all you want. I have a hard time with that. Nobody likes losing, period.
Yeah, it's you know, with this, obviously with the recent success too, it's these last few years being so successful in the WDA, and you're just looking for anything little, you know, just little wins. Whether it's a play, it's getting a younger kid some reps, it's little things like that, just trying to get little wins here week in and week out.
Sutton didn't have any options. And it was Peterson that took him down. Landon Glovich was in on that as well, number 8 for Legacy. And Minot High is going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, Glovich really involved the last couple plays. He did have the sack on the play previous, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for Magi and another punt.
End over end kick. Takes a Minot High roll over to the near sideline where it rolls out of bounds at the 47. Brings up a 1st and 10 for Brody Weigel and the Legacy Sabres. Unfamiliar territory is right when you talk about that. And you talk about a program that just seems to be a staple in the playoffs and a team that is at the top of the ladder inside of the WDA. Top of the ladder inside the state for that matter. This year, however, it's the EDC that seems to be the power. The power is back east in high school football. Shanley, the number 1 ranked team out there. Horace and Cheyenne also in that conversation. Motion on the line here for Legacy. Brody Weigel calling the shots.
Oh, a little miscommunication there.
Juleson and Weigel having a conversation here. This tandem has been good. You see Weigel give Juleson a high five.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication on the snap count. I'm not sure if he changed it up there, but Juleson was ready to look like he was running almost a go route there. Was looking for his Legacy's maybe looking for a big lead here, 22, maybe going for a kill shot here early in this, late in this third quarter.
Bennett Long carries the play in to Weigel. By the way, Juleson and Weigel have been a 1-2 punch here for Legacy, not only tonight, but this entire season. Flag on the play again. You add in Yusuf Jama, who has touchdowns number 10 and 11 on the season. A good secondary, a good line on both sides of the football. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Bismarck High is pretty good. Century's pretty good. But Legacy's pretty good here this year, it seems.
You see a common theme here. Just a lot of these teams. I know you got Juleson on the outside, but there's so many teams, even on the east side, that run the football so well. We saw the Legacy and Davies matchup. They ran the ball, both of them, so well.
Incomplete pass. Brings up a second down. Sorry, Bryce.
If I remember right, there was about 770 rushing yards combined in the Davies versus Legacy game, where Legacy was victorious 40-30. Legacy had over 400 rushing yards that ball game. Jama accounted for 242.
That's a night.
Against a very good Davies, Steven. Davies, I believe, ran for about 365, so in a losing effort.
Davies is up on Shanley, 28-6 right now. Thanks to Andy Scorefeed. Just flashed across the screen. Davies on top of Shanley. You want to talk about contrasting styles. Davies, they're going to run the football and run it for 5 at a time. Shanley's going to be like the Thanksgiving backyard Gutnick family reunion, tossing it around with the old Nerf ball back there. Don't eat the last piece of pumpkin pie, by the way.
And you've seen it. I mean, they want to throw the ball, Shanley, that is. They'll throw the ball about 35 times a game. They got so many weapons, but Davies' ability to just run the football, line up, go after you.
Weigel back to pass. Oh, he's tattooed. Incomplete. It's intended for Juleson. Would you go on record right now saying that Davies and Shanley have a pretty good shot at playing in the state title game?
Yeah, I've seen, I got to see Shanley up close. The offense looked, there's so many people to account for. I know I've said that, listeners probably saying I say that a lot, but there's so many teams with so many weapons, so many guys you have to account for. And I wonder about their ability to stop the run. I think Davies is probably obviously running the football very well tonight. Nice return here for Minot High.
That's Bell that's got it all the way up over the 50-yard line. And Bell's going to be pushed on a play there. Minot High's got good field position. First down and 10 coming with under 3 to play here in this third quarter. Back to the Deacons and Davies Eagles in that conversation.
Yeah, it's kind of been a common theme across the state. You've seen a number of these teams struggling to stop the run at times. We saw that in a lot of the East versus West games. We've seen it, in the first couple conference games as well. It seems like almost every team across the state has had a problem with it at some point this season.
Gunville on the run. He picks up just about a yard on the play, brings up a second down and 9 for Minot High School. I don't know, Horace. They're in the conversation over there. You got Horace in the conversation. Bismarck High, I think, is just, when they have weapons, they're always in the conversation. So is Century.
I'm really excited to watch Century. I haven't seen them up close. I get to next week. They're healthy. They're playing some of the best ball around the state right now. Really excited to see them versus Minot High next week.
How about this run for the Magi? Talk about not giving up on it. Number 19 for the Magi, that's Cullen Cisco. Cisco's got another touch for the Magi. And a gain of just about 4 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Ball at the 49-yard line on the high side of the field. Ryder Sutton from the gun. 2 wide receivers on the left. Quick hitter. Complete. Then a rugby scrum as Pilata reeled it in. It's going to be a 4th down and short here for the Magi. Probably forced to punt this football away, possibly.
Will give us a couple score updates from 3A. Almost to the half. Bismarck High 41, Mandan 7. Century all over Williston tonight, 42-0. They still got 5 minutes remaining in the first half of that one.
Timeout. Minot High School. First International Bank and Trust. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. First International Bank and Trust. They've been around since the early 1900s and grown into a giant. First International Bank and Trust, FIBT.com. Find them online for all your business and personal banking needs.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
4th down for the Magi. They look to be going for it right at midfield. Man into motion. They hand off Gunville. He's got the first down and then some up to the 40-yard line. There's one of those little wins you're talking about, Bryce. Minot High moves the chains.
Yeah, real bright spot. It's been Gunville. It's been in the running game. He's been terrific tonight. Great push up front by the Magi offensive line.
Down to 1:03 left here in the 3rd quarter of football. Gunville carrying again. Gunville breaking free up over the 35-yard line. Second and 4 coming for the Magi. Limping off the field there for Legacy. That's Ryder Rockstead, the 5'9 senior. New unit comes out for the Sabres. Gunville again. Gunville cuts free. Gunville up to the 25-yard line before he's hauled up on the play. Football comes out, it looks, but will be Minot High that retains possession. Gunville's been a bright spot tonight for the Magi.
Another great run, that cutback. Nice patience there. Moving the chains here. Impressive drive here. I know they're down 22, but still got a whole quarter to play here. See if get some points here on this drive.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the playing surface. Calling all student sections. Bring the noise. And the PSP Network Bring the Noise Award brought to you by BSN. Take us on Instagram and Facebook with your student section. Bringing the noise at the high school sporting events. Seems as if the student sections are starting to grow again just a bit. We'd like to see that. Fill the stadiums, fill the gyms, fill the rinks, wherever you may be. Bring the noise. Take us on Instagram and Facebook. Let us see who's got the most school spirit and who brings the noise the most in Western North Dakota and across the state. Dickinson did a pretty good job with that the other night. They tagged us in a video.
Volleyball.
Yeah, they did. There's been a couple more Minot High football boosters. They had some video of the Magi bringing the noise as well. That Legacy band's going to be in the conversation tonight. They were prime time tonight. That was a 10 out of 10 again.
Yeah, they got the crowd in full force here tonight. A great crowd for Legacy, the student section over there. Enjoying a big lead by their Sabres.
Gunville or Sutton again on the carry. Yeah, nice crowd on hand here tonight, no doubt about it. The Sabres here. It's probably not a bad outfit to be wearing tonight, by the way. It's a little, that time of the year where it gets a little chilly at this time of the night. Speaking of which, we've officially played 3 quarters. Quarter break. Minot High trailing Legacy 28-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
As a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Back to game action. Ball's carried. Gunville's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minot High School.
Gunville there. What a run. The yards after contact not going down, not going to be denied. The Gunville drive caps off with him into the end zone from about 9 yards out.
Second touchdown of the night for Jalen Gunville. The Minot High puts 6 more on the board, 28-12 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Talked about him being a bright spot here tonight. He's an athlete. You'll see him on the hardwood for the Magi. He'll be a key contributor again this year for Minot High basketball. Minot goes for 2. They hand it off. Cisco to the goal line. Didn't quite get in. 28-12. Legacy on top. Well, is that full tonight, Bryce?
Oh, it's pretty close.
You're not going to turn into Teen Wolf, are you? That beard grows. If that beard grows anymore, I'm going to the room next to us. Known you for a long time. Beautiful night tonight here in the capital city. Minot High's got 6 more on the board. 28-12, and it was Gunville that powered his way into the end zone.
Yeah, look, that appeared to be about 17 yards. I'm sorry, I was trying to see on that run. I believe I said 9, but it's the second effort. It's the yards after contact, and Gunville has been terrific in the backfield here. Like I said, missing Blake Anderson, just a huge piece of what they're doing. Gunville's answered the call tonight. Great game out of him.
Yeah, when you've got a college commit that's not in the lineup for you in all region selection, and you're 0-5, you need those pieces without a doubt. Minot High is going to go for the onside kick. Comes away to the near sideline. Recovered by the Sabres.
Kick recovered by number 85, Nick Sanford.
Sanford was the one that scooped it up. I don't know if the hands team was ready for that or not.
I like the call, though. You're down multiple scores. You got the new kicker in there. Let's see what he could do, you know. You're down 16. See if you get lucky. Gain an extra possession.
Lower body injury for Anderson, by the way. Any idea on a timeline from that Minot High staff?
No, it's just he appears to have re-aggravated that. He had missed a week, then he was back, and now he missed again this week. So it's kind of a day-to-day thing, seeing how he feels as Jama picks up a first down.
Talk about yards after the initial contact. Yusuf Jama picks up a few more here in this ball game. First down, Sabres ball marked the 36-yard line. First down and 10 for Legacy. Under 12 to play here in the ball game. Thanks to Aaron Wall producing the show for us here tonight to Bismarck. Great to see Johnny Haugen today and some of the other Bismarck crews. We came down to the capital city. Back to pass, Weigel downfield, has a man, tossed out, complete. Down inside the 5-yard line, Bennett Lawn, 6'4" senior, goes up with the height and reels it in. There's a primetime play from Weigel again.
Bennett Lawn, 6'4", buck 85, says, hey, Weigel, throw that up. I can come back to it, make a play, high point it, huge gain, send up 1st and goal for the Sabres.
We talk about those passing leaders inside of the conference. Sutton's the one from Minot High that is at the top of that list, but Weigel not far off, 684 for him on the campaign. His pass touchdown to interception ratio is really the number there. He's only been picked off one time on the year. And when you look at those numbers for Brody Weigel, I mean, it's been pretty impressive. Without a doubt, 7 touchdowns through the air. You can add one more to that list tonight. That hasn't been picked off in this ball game. One of the better quarterbacks in the region.
He's thrown a number of great balls there. That 3-step drop ball that he delivered to Jolson on that big touchdown. This one, hey, you got Bennett Lawn out there. Throw it up to the big guy. And great season continues by Weigel here for the Sabres.
Yusuf Jama. It's a hat trick for Jama. Touchdown, Sabres.
3rd one on the evening for Yusuf Jama, this time from a yard out. Extending the lead for the Sabres here as we kick off here in the 4th quarter.
Sabres up big, 34-12 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Yusuf Jama into the end zone again. That's touchdown number 12. It is senior campaign. After the Davies matchup, the phone started ringing just a bit, it sounded like, for Yusuf Jama. He got some opportunities and offers that came in from Minot State and from the University of Mary. You'd have to think that pile of those letters that were going to keep coming to the Yusuf Jama household. That point after attempt was no good, by the way.
I think you and I wouldn't complain. He comes down to the old to Minot down there, plays for the Beavers. I think you and I would love that. Owen Patterson as well. Dallas Hansen. We'd love to have him in Minot.
I think the Beaver Nation would as well. There's Yusuf Jama. Big night for him tonight. 3 touchdowns for Yusuf. Legacy rolling on their home field tonight against the Magi.
Made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store. It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Ensuing kickoff for the Magi. Ball's going to be carried up to the 35-yard line. And Minot will bring the offense back out onto the field after the run back for the Magi. And Andrew Van Pelt, the junior, with good field position here. Does that Davey Shanley score surprise you at all tonight?
Just Davey's ability to run the football. I'm playing a heck of a defensive game. That Shanley team is so explosive offensively. Their game control, eating up the time of possession. It does surprise me, though, somewhat, just knowing the weapons that Shanley has offensively.
First down and 10 for the Magi. Sutton from the gun. Falls back to pass downfield. Perfect spiral out to Pilata. He's picked off on the play. Coverage in the secondary from Josh Link. And Link's got the INT, and the Sabres get the ball back.
That's just great man-to-man press coverage. Step for step. Link going up. Getting the turnover right back to Legacy here. What a play by Link. Just a sophomore, but standing 6'3", good size.
From the 34-yard line.
He's running with a fast guy. Pilata, I've seen it. I've seen him his speed, not an easy guy to keep up with.
First down and 10. We go the other way now as Weigel fumbles the snap. Falls on top of the football. Be a loss on the play of just about 5, and it's a second down and 15 coming here. Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial postgame show coming up right around the corner. Bryce and I will break this contest down. Bryce will be on the field in under 10 minutes with a conversation with our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. We'll have our move of the game tonight as well, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial proudly bring you the postgame show here tonight. Yusuf Jama's not done yet. Yusuf cuts free. 40 all the way to the 35, down to the 30, and Yusuf Jama motors his way into Minot High territory for another Legacy Sabre first down.
There you see the speed. We've seen the patience. We've seen him not avoid contact, finishing runs, lowering the shoulder. There you see the speed of Jama. What a night for him tonight.
Prime time player, leading the WDA in rushing yards, leading the WDA in touchdowns, and leading Legacy's charge here tonight. McKay, the sophomore, down to the 10-yard line. First down, Sabres.
I like McKay. Just a sophomore. He's done a lot with his opportunities tonight. Another shifty runner, explosive.
Get a 1-2 punch in the backfield like that, developed behind one of the top producers in the state of North Dakota. Legacy's got the pieces, my friend, it seems.
Yeah, they've looked tremendous offensively here tonight.
ServPro Red Zone visits ServPro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. Gunville was there on the stop as he wrapped up McKay. Well, there's one thing you'll notice. I mean, the Legacy sideline and the depth of the roster versus the Magi, the numbers are quite a bit lower here in 2025 for Minot High School. We talk about those ebbs and flows. You're going to see that there. You see it right here. Those ebbs and flows, you're going to see a bit more now in the Magic City, where you didn't see those in the years past with one high school, now with two. Time changes a lot of things, though, Bryce. No question about that. Here's McKay dancing left, right, still on his feet, reaches for the end zone.
I think he's in.
Touchdown, Sabres.
How about McKay? Not going down with that first contact. Keep the legs moving. 13 yards out. He's into the end zone.
How about that effort? Ooh. The full Pilates plank to reach out and get in across the goal line. Broke the plane. And Legacy's up 40-12 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. McKay with a pair of touchdowns. Yusuf Jama's got a hat trick of them here tonight. Juleson's got one on the board. Specialty teams have been good as well. Right down Broadway through the uprights and in for the point after. 41-12, Legacy on top of Minot High.
Eight gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
41-12, Sabres on top. Nick Holbert, Bryce Gutnick on the call. At the break, Bryce asked if I wanted any updates. I thought you were going to update me on your most recent meal at Shots Crossroads, my friend.
Cordon bleu, crinkle cut fries, side of ranch, Diet Mountain Dew, extra pickles.
Having cheese balls at the start or no?
Oh, I should have. I went side salad.
I
Gotta
just
pretend to be healthy someone.
I mean, if I get off the radar, it's a hot hamburger. And that's about as far as I go because
it's a good choice.
Yeah, hash browns with cheese. Over easy eggs. Bacon, maybe extra bacon sometimes. Look at this run back. Here we go. Minot High's got the football up over the 40-yard line. Dancing across midfield. Tariq Bell up to the 45. Rusted made the stop, and Bell made something out of nothing there for Minot High School.
He's a big-time weapon for Minot High there. There you see the speed there, the cut back all the way across the field. Good field position for Minot High.
Don't want to leave you on a cliffhanger. White toast with butter, over easy eggs. If you're feeling real good after church on Sunday morning, maybe one pancake with extra butter. And, of course, a piece of banana cream pie. How about some updates from across the state, my friend, and 3A or 2A football?
I'm going to go with 3A. Cheyenne 12, Fargo North 0. They are kicking off in the third quarter. Century 55, Williston 0. That's at the half. West Fargo Horace, a final tonight. Big win for them over West Fargo, 27-13. 7 minutes left in the third. Shanley has the ball, but trail 28-6. Bismarck, they're just starting the second half all over Mandan in that one. 41-7 they lead. How about Bismarck High tonight? 41 points at the half there. Big time showing, continuing that momentum from last week.
On the run for the Magi here. It's number 28. I don't have him rostered here tonight. Do we have it down here, my friend? I apologize.
Aidenberg on the stop. For the Sabres.
Amsbury's 27 next on the roster sheet.
Collette on the carry there, the sophomore.
Oh, here it is. Sophomore Collette on the run for the Magi. Bell on the carry this time. Up to the 46-yard line, let's call it. Fourth down and short for the Magi. Look at this roster, how they have this year. It goes from Amsbury at 27. Next in line is the top of the next column, if you will, is 86 Dawson Keller, then 28. Collette, we found it.
Little confusion.
Thank you for your help, my friend. Double A updates, any worth noting here tonight?
Get you some double A.
Fourth and short for the Magi. Oh, this is going to be close. 45. Cisco was the one that carried. Stop was made from the Sabres.
It was a great play there. Aidenberg leading the way there. Turnover on downs. All Sabres here in the second half. I'm going to get us some double A updates here. Looks like Central was victorious tonight over Wahpeton, 49-14, the final there. Good one at the half. Central Cass, 7. Grand Forks Red River, 7. Number 4 ranked Devils Lake, 28. Bismarck St. Mary's, 14. All kindred tonight in the first half. They got the lead over Fargo South, 29-3. Minot North, huge first half. 40 points put up by the Sentinels. They lead Watford City 40-0 in that one. Start of the second half, Dickinson 21, Jamestown 12.
That one's on the PSP network tonight, by the way. Brock Widener, Owen Patterson have the call. Minot North's for real. Is there a chance that they don't make the Dakota Bowl this year?
They are playing so well. They are so physical. I'm so impressed with the offensive line, the boys up front. Another team. They've got so many guys that can carry the ball there. They've really looked the part this season. It continues tonight versus Watford City.
Cole Bauman had the run for the Sabres. He picked up a first down. We're under 5 to play here in this contest tonight inside of 3A football. Number 4, the state legacy all over. Unranked and on and winless Minot High. 41-12. Legacy wants more. Second unit in for the Sabres. They're on the move again. Cole Bauman carries it up to the 44-yard line.
Seeing it now, some of the backups of reserves coming in the game here on both sides of the ball.
Up to the 36-yard line, I'm sorry. You talk about programs that win, and you talk about why they continue to win. The old terminology of you don't rebuild, you just reload. You get that when you have games like this that are close to run time. You get to develop more guys underneath the varsity lights on a Friday night. When you have a cushion that's 41-12 in a ball game like this, and when you're able to do that and able to build that pedigree year to year, and from one year to the next, it really is hard to combat that if you're a program that isn't in that same boat, Bryce, without question. And Legacy trying to build something special here this year. Second unit in for them.
Well, tried a little trickery on that one. Minot High defense ready.
Brody Adams on the carry.
Adams was the one that had the touch. Hauled up and brought down by the Magi. Robert Spragues came up with the stop for the Magi. Loss of one on the play. 3rd down and 11 here for the Sabres.
Yeah, you see that. How about, I want to highlight Beckham, Presley, McKay. You're behind Jama, obviously. Your opportunities are limited, but he's made the most out of his tonight from that running back position.
This pass is going to be picked off. Minot High's got the football. The INT here. All the way back for the Magi inside the 25-yard line. Trying to get your name on the number.
Yeah, I was trying to see. It was on the far sideline there.
Is it 4 for the Magi, possibly? Is that who it was? Was it Jaron Melhoff, possibly?
It might be, yeah. I had trouble seeing it. I thought it was 4 with the interception. Big play there on the back end and the secondary for the Minot High defense. We do have a penalty.
We'll get it right for you. It was number 6 that had the INT, Bryce. Andrew Van Pelt. Nice read, nice play there.
And then you're going to have a blindside block here. So that's going to negate much of the return there. But it is going to be Magi ball.
Handoff for the Magicians. Collette carries it up to the 45-yard line. Down to 2:40 to play in the ball game. Join us for the Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial postgame show coming up here tonight. Big thanks to Mason Kramer helping from home here tonight. Mason Kramer Photography. Find him online. All social media platforms. Those game action shots. My goodness.
It does such good work around the Minot High program, doing a bunch of that stuff. People just love them.
Big thanks to Mason Kramer and Tyler Hagan Photography helping in our mission of promoting local athletes. Kramer was a player back in his day. Rolling out downfield, taking a shot. Are the Magi incomplete on the attempt that was tossed out, coming there from Sutton to Mello, incomplete. 4th down and 3 coming from Minot High School. MVP selection tonight. Bryce will have our player of the game here tonight. Spoiler alert, is it anybody besides Yusuf Jama? I mean,
Jama, yeah, he's been terrific. It's been a number of guys for Legacy tonight, but Jama's really stood out. He's the big 3 touchdown performance and another big night on the ground.
Weigel, Jama.
I like Weigel a lot. His ability to throw the football. I know we get lost in their ability to run it, but his accuracy and delivering the football to guys like Jolson out there. And
how about McKay, the sophomore, saying, how about me? I had 2 touchdowns here tonight.
Yeah,
First 2
give
of the
McKay
year.
a little love tonight there. And his opportunities, like I said, he was terrific. Bennett Lawn had that huge catch on the sideline. I love his size, his ability to be a playmaker for this team.
Link in the secondary with a night tonight. INT for him. Bryce will have that MVP and a conversation with the MVP tonight coming up in our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. That happens 53 seconds from now. Minot High not done yet here. Quick hitter. Complete from Sutton over to the far sideline. Into the hands it goes of number 6, Andrew Van Pelt. Bryce is going to make his way down field side. We'll have a conversation with the head coach as well of the Legacy Sabres, Coach Clements. Legacy's going to improve to a record of 5-1 overall. They're going to be 2-0 inside of the WDA. Minot's going to drop to 0-6. 0-2 inside the conference. Hand off to Collette. Forward. First down for the Magi. Crowd starting to clear as 10 seconds ticks down here tonight. That will do it. All that's left. It's all academic here. The handshake at midfield. 41-12, the final score tonight. Legacy on top of Minot High School here at the Sanford Sports Complex. Join us for our Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll hand out some awards here tonight. We'll have the full recap, break down a look at the standings. Look to next week as well after the Sabres are victorious on their home field. Planning Team Financial, Shots Crossroads postgame show is next.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. ESP Network, it's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all.
7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of
of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Ready.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
Beautiful fall night to North Dakota. More beautiful if you're a Legacy Sabres fan tonight. They come away with win number 5 on the year. 41-12 over Minot High School here tonight. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. Let's hop right into it. Bryce Kutnick is down on the field with winning coach Clements from the Legacy Sabres.
You got us up there, Nick? I'm here with Coach Clements. First of all, congratulations, a big conference win. A team you were really battle-tested in that non-conference schedule. Talk about the importance of getting off to a hot start in region play 2-0.
Well, I think the biggest thing is going on the road and getting those wins, right? We had some adversity. We got down at times early on in the season, and we fought our way back. So these kids have been through it a little bit. This team was 0-9 2 years ago. Okay, these sophomores that are seniors now that are playing, they were 0-9, and they know what that feels like too. And so, kudos to them. They dedicated themselves to resetting the culture and getting us right.
Something that stood out to me, it's the first time seeing you up close this year for me, but the play calling. Talk about just the balance of attack and the passing and the running game offensively that was working tonight.
Well, I think, Coach Breitbach, our offensive coordinator, and our offensive staff do a phenomenal job, as does our defensive staff. I don't do anything. I just sit and watch. So, it's awesome. The kids have bought in, and they love what we do. And, he was mixing it up pretty well. But anytime you are able to control the line of scrimmage, which I think we did tonight pretty well, not sure how many yards, but I would say it's quite a bit on the ground. But anytime you can do that, you're going to be successful, and you're going to be able to, call your plays.
I know you gave up some yards in the run game to Minot High, but the red zone defense stood out to me as well, and creating a couple turnovers there as well were big on the defensive side.
Well, I think we bend but don't break, right? Correct. So we're a work in progress right now on defense. I think a little bit. I don't know. We're still trying to figure out what are the good things that we can execute well on defense, and I think we're getting there, but probably haven't found our stride just yet.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you giving us some time in an interview tonight. Congratulations, like I said, 2-0 in the conference play. Congrats on another big win tonight.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, Nick, we're going to go into MVP time here. Our Sport Clips MVP, I'm going to bring in Mr. Yusuf Jama. Yusuf, you gained a couple big fans, myself and Nick. Very impressive effort tonight. Talk about the offense. There's just so many weapons and so many guys to account for with this Legacy offense, and what makes you guys so successful.
It starts with our line. They put the effort in. They make holes for me. They protect our quarterback, being able to give him time to throw it out to our weapons at receiver like Jack, Bennett, and Ruff. And if something's not working, we have a bunch of other options to go to.
How about the big boys up front? The O-line was terrific, springing you loose. Talk about those 5 guys up front and what they do to make this offense click like it does.
We've had a lot of these boys have been playing varsity since sophomore year. We've had a bunch of them have to step up and go against a bunch of guys bigger than them, and it's definitely proved to show that they're here to play this year, and we're here to take it all the way.
Yeah, so much success. Can you enlighten us a little bit on the recruiting trail and how things are going? Are you enjoying the process with that? We've seen some offers come in from Mary and from Minot State. Just a spoiler, Nick and I are kind of lobbying for you to go to Minot State. We'd like to see you up there in Beaver Nation. But how's that process going for you during the season here?
You know, I gotta give thanks to my whole team behind me, my family and everything. But it's pretty fun. It's keeping my options open, just waiting for things to fall into place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm going to let you go enjoy your time with your teammates. Another impressive effort, a total team effort, but congratulations, our Sport Clips MVP, Mr. Yusuf Jama. Congrats, Yusuf.
Touchdown. Thank you.
Back to you up there, Nick.
If you don't like that kid after that interview, something's wrong with you. Wow. Yusuf, 3 touchdown night tonight for Legacy. 12 TDs on the year to lead the WDA. Our Sport Clip MVP. What a game that was for Yusuf Jama and company. Legacy takes care of Minot High tonight, 41-12. It's our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward their financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. Shots Crossroads is our post-game headquarters. Make it yours as well. Order online, shotscrossroads.com, and pick it up right at Shots. Shots Crossroads, they are where it's at for breakfast, dinner, lunch, and they're always open. You got to love that. Shots Crossroads brings you the post-game tonight along with Planning Team Financial. Bryce will be back in the booth in a moment. When he is, we'll break this one down as Minot High and Legacy collide for the first time in 2025. All Sabres tonight here on their home field.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous addition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
41-12 Legacy over Minot High tonight here at Sanford Sports Complex. Newsflash, Legacy's for real. So is Yusuf Jama, Nick Holberg alongside of Bryce Gutnick. Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show is underway. 0-9 2 years ago, a team that had no sniff at making the playoffs, and a team that is going to be one of the favorites from the west side of the state to win a Dakota Bowl this year. We talk about those ebbs and flows. We open the show with that tonight, talking about our time, the right place, as our good friend, Mr. Holly Holy. Why am I missing the name of my favorite? Yeah, Neil Diamond. There it is. Thank you, Bryce. Of course, it's right there. Is it fair to say that that conversation with Yusuf Jama just now makes you a fan of the Legacy Sabres after what you just heard from that young man? Well-spoken, without a doubt, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he said it. A lot of these seniors now played back then. As sophomore, when they were going through that 0-9 season. So they learned a lot. They went through their bumps and bruises, and they're tasting some success now. Very impressive tonight versus Minot High.
Yeah, and a MVP pick tonight that I thought was kind of a challenge. You get a kid that's got 3 touchdowns in the ball game. No-brainer, obviously, but you got another young man that had his first 2 scores at the varsity level from the running back position. You had a quarterback who showed out very well, and Brody Weigel. Julesen was good, and we're talking about two-way players here on both sides of the football in some of those cases, and there was more guys across the board as well in this contest for the Legacy Sabres tonight that I thought were impressive from top to bottom. Legacy, after this win tonight, and the Sabres improving to a record now of 2-0 in the conference, 5-1 overall. Their only blemish on the year, again, to Horace. Is there anything really that you can see from the Legacy side of things that's a major topic of concern right now for Coach Clements?
I think a great interview with Coach Clements there, and he said it, though. It's defensively, it's bend, don't break. And a lot of teams will preach this, so get it. Once you get down in that red zone, really buckle up, try and hold them to, a 4th down, try and make them convert on a 4th down, or make them settle for a 3 if they have a place kicker and stuff like that. And Legacy, they'll give up some yards. They're going to surrender some yards defensively, but you saw it. It's bend, don't break. Come up with a turnover, big turnover in the game, or, get them in a 4th down situation and a turnover on downs. But they're one of the better balanced teams that I've seen in the state. The passing and the running game, you'll see it. They did a terrific job taking their shots very timely. They hit the big one to, I believe it was Lon. Was it Lon? I believe, and on the sideline over here, big one to Julesen. And then it's just pounding the ball with Jama, and it was the big boys up front were terrific for them tonight.
Turn your attention to Minot High. Not easy. Surrendering 41 and scoring 12. You go 0 for 6 now for the first time since the 70s, since we started keeping track. I mean, obviously it's not fun times in Minot High football land. At the end of the day, however, what is your big takeaway for Chauncey Hendershot after tonight's ball game?
I think it was Gunville. Gunville, they have really struggled. They've struggled running the football at times a lot of this season. Especially Anderson's health has been, you just don't know. He's missed some time, then he was back, and he was out again tonight. So you hope to see him back. But I was really impressed. Gunville came ready to play tonight. They got that running game going with him. He established it, and it's just little things, I mean, it's not little, but you're in a 7-0 game, and they're moving the ball. They get a 12-play drive at the beginning of the game, and Sutton just leads Bell too far in that post route, or, it's stuff like that that's going to stand out, and they come up with no points on that drive. But I think Gunville was a huge bright spot tonight for Minot High.
Yeah, without question. Good efforts tonight. That's the other thing. I don't think Minot High laid down a die by any means. They fought till the very end. You like to see that as well. Standings inside the conference. These are not up to date. These are from before tonight. Legacy improves to 2-0. Century well on their way to improving to 2-0, and so is Bismarck. Century's out at Williston. That was a 50-point score swing at the half. Bismarck High was up big on Mandan. That means Minot, Mandan, Williston all dropped to 0-2 tonight. Pretty safe to say that Bismarck and Century are going to improve to 2-0 along with Legacy that we saw here this evening. Next order of business, our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Yusuf Jama.
What a performance. 3 touchdowns on the ground. I don't have an official total. Unofficially, I heard he had over 200 yards. They had him at 203 yards for the ball game. What I heard when I was down on the field. We will get you a total official his yardage, but this kid is something. Standing next to him, he seems a lot bigger than what he is. I mean, he's just an athletic, very athletic kid. I mean, just terrific effort from him tonight. You saw it. It was just all the weapons. Another team just loaded weapons and a very balanced attack, but it was Jama. It was on the ground. It was the big boys up front doing their thing, and it was Legacy victorious.
Sport Clips, the home to the MVP haircut experience. Minot and Bismarck stop in. I've got the app. It's quick. It's convenient. Sport Clips, they do a fantastic job. Get the MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. Next Friday night on the PSP Network, by the way. Legacy Bismarck. That could be for a region title, folks. Minot High's at Century. AA for football. St. Mary's and Dickinson. That could be a good one. Devils Lake Minot North. A couple ranked teams there could be a good one. And then, of course, Bishop Ryan and Velva Drake Adamus Garrison. The rivalry game. Nichols on the line next week out in the Star City. Join us next Friday night for Bones Barbecue Sauce Friday Night Football on the PSP Network. Partner, last order of business here. Or Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. I've got a hot tub right off the back deck. And I'm telling you, it's the best investment that I've made. That thing is fantastic. I was in it this morning. Some health benefits to that hot tub, I'm telling you. Stop into Magic City Home Leisure or Spas Accenture down here in Bismarck if you're watching from Capital City, wherever you may be watching. Stop in, visit their massive showrooms. Pick out one of those hot tubs today. They've got saunas. They've got pool tables. They pretty much have it all. Move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. For me, I thought this was a dagger early on in the ballgame. 14-6 the score. A rocket of a pass off from Brody Weigel into the hands of Juleson. And Juleson ends up in the end zone scoring 6. And hate to say it, but it was almost done at that point in my mind with how big of a play that was.
At that time of the game, we were talking Minot High, just that drive before, possibly tying this ball game with a score and going into the second half with the opening possession. Legacy gets that. I believe it was the second play of that drive. 3-step drop, ball is out. It is a dime. 39 yards later, Jolson's in the end zone, making it a 2-score game. Legacy never looked back from that point.
Congratulations to Weigel and Jolson. They've got the move of the game brought to you by Spas Accenture and Magic City Home Leisure. Again, next week, it's not just football on the air. We've got volleyball Tuesday nights, South Prairie Max and DLB, MLS and Velva. Thursday, Minot North and Minot High. 16th Street battle should be a good one. Legacy and Bismarck could be a good one as well. And Lewis and Clark and Ari Deemers coming up next Thursday. Bryce, your closing thoughts tonight here in the capital city.
Yeah, the balance attack stood out to me all night from Legacy. It was our first time seeing them live in person. I really like Weigel. I really like Weigel a lot. I love just the way Legacy called the game. Coach Clemens said that about his offensive coordinator. He just kind of hangs back. He's like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. And that's what good coaches do. They've got that offensive mind. Let him work. Let him do his thing. He shined tonight, and they're a force to be reckoned with in the West. They're going to be in the conversation to win the West here, and as we're just a couple games into conference play and just heating up.
True leaders are like that, aren't they? They just hand the credit out everywhere they go. We got to hand some credit out to Aaron Wald tonight. Nice job, my friend. Thank you for doing what you do for PSP Network, producing the show here tonight. Can't thank Bryce Skutnik enough for what he does for PSP Network as well. Great job, partner. It was fun to be back on the air with you tonight. I had the time of my life.
I'm excited for the ride home, too. We're going to be listening to football. We're going to be talking football. I mean, I'm really excited.
Yeah. But a little Holly Holy to
we're going to need some.
Little Neil Diamond before we get out of the capital city, I'd have to think. Final score tonight, 41-12. Yusuf Jama has 3 touchdowns. Juleson, big in the ballgame. So is Brody Weigel. So is the defense. They had contributions from all across the board. Beckham, Presley McKay, 6'1" sophomore, scored twice his first 2 touchdowns at the varsity ranks. Minot High had some bright spots. Jalen Gunville got into the end zone twice for the Magi, but it was Legacy that flexed the muscle here tonight. The number 4 team of the state, dominating performance, 41-12 the final. Let's put a cap on our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. I hope you have a great weekend. Stop into Shots anytime, and Planning Team Financial can help you with every step of your planning needs. For my partner, Bryce Gutnick, for Aaron Wald, the producer of tonight's show, I'm Nick Holberg, signing off. I hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a good night, and God bless.
Work is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.